Hello, my name is Barnaby Adams. I masquerade as Cuckoo, and I'm going to say something about ideas-centered graphic design. Ideas-centered graphic design is, guess what? It's graphic design that is centered around an idea. What do I mean by idea? Well, I mean visual wit. A clever idea is something that sets a challenge to the audience. It invites them to grasp something deeper that is not absolutely clear at the beginning. One of the best ways I've heard this described is that it's the perfect balance of familiarity, intrigue, and then surprise. Now, one of the places you see this used all the time is in advertising. Advertisers use this technique to engage their audience, to pull you in and then reward you by allowing you to get whatever the kind of joke or puzzle was that they were setting. If you can grasp what they were getting at, then you must be on the same wavelength as them. And we reward ourselves for that. It's a very powerful way of connecting with people and bringing them on side. And humour is used often because, of course, it makes us feel good. And then we associate that with whatever it is that made us feel good. So there's several things going on in here. One of the things that is interesting is to do with mileage. So if you think of advertising, there's just one, it's just a billboard. So all of this happens in one space. Unless, of course, there's a series, a campaign and a series of ads. In which case, through that, they can take you on a bit of a story. With a lot of graphic design, you have much more than just one page. Often there are multiple surfaces or multiple pages. So in the same way, a great idea can often give us mileage through which to tell a story as we move through a document. And so good ideas are brilliant in that way. It encourages the person to turn the page to find out what's coming next. And the other thing, of course, is the appropriateness of the idea and the appropriateness of humour. It all depends what it is what the communication is for. And therefore, we're creating a piece of branding here. So we have to understand who is speaking and who we are speaking to. We have to understand what characteristics are appropriate, because this will shape the nature of the idea that we want everything to revolve around. Some ideas can be really sophisticated and very intelligent. Others can be kind of a bit sort of slapstick or kind of fun, just fun. Getting that right is really important. And then, of course, the execution of the idea. It needs to be appropriate to exist in branding. We want this communication to strengthen the associated brand. So all of this has to be held together, and when done well, when done beautifully, it's an extraordinarily powerful way of engaging with an audience. So that's the essence of idea-centered graphic design. And one of the key things when it comes to creating a brief for this, it's really important that you understand your own brand. It's really important that you can give me the information I need through which to develop an appropriate idea. So one of the things that I've developed to help with that is something I call bite-sized brand building. And this is designed to remove a lot of the confusion that revolves around the subject of branding. Everyone thinks they understand what a brand is, but what I've found is if I challenge people's idea of it, their idea kind of collapses quite quickly. So there's a need to take that a little bit deeper first before you can get into these kind of complex ideas. So I'm going to do a separate video about bite-sized brand building, and I hope you may choose to come and watch that. and see if it feels relevant in any way.